Every year for the NFL, I think sometimes we can get a little bit too caught up in, okay, well, this, and then this, and what about this thing, and the schedule, and the that, da, 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 da. So this segment, all about simplifying. Who's got the most talent? Let's figure it out. Who are the 5 most talented teams in the National Football League going into this upcoming season? The NFL provides us with a lot of opportunities to analyze and overanalyze. Sometimes it just comes down to who's got more talent than the other. And so today, we're going to go through and pick the top 5 teams with the most talent in the NFL. And we begin at number 5. I put them in initially, and I fought it, and everywhere I looked, it's like, well, no, they're better than that. No, they're better than that. No, they're better than those guys. It's the Denver Broncos. They had the best defensive EPA per play last year. Solid at basically all the skill positions. RJ Harvey getting some buzz as a rookie after they drafted him. J.K. Dobbins, I still think is something. Bo Nix is certain. I was going to say he's the worst quarterback on that list. Undecided, for one, and maybe that's giving away one of the teams on here, but he's up there with the worst quarterbacks on this list, but he is good enough to be able to get all of those out there. I think coaching-wise, I will begrudgingly admit Sean Payton is very good at it, but with a lot of teams on here, it's the defense that wins it over. When you just look at every position that they have the best DB in the game right now in Patrick Surtain. So I just look at them as one that was kind of undeniable, even though they don't have the big first-round draft picks for fantasy football on their team. Skill position-wise, it's just solid everywhere. And so I have the Denver Broncos as my number 1 team in the... my number 5 team. Number 5 most talented team in the NFL. Number 4, I have the Buffalo Bills. Maybe a bit lacking at skill position, but again, we've talked about it. I think that a breakout is coming for Keon Coleman and for Dalton Kincaid. Josh Allen is at worst the second best quarterback in the National Football League. James Cook is a really good running back, and they have a couple talented guys behind him. The offensive line is strong. Defensively, Joey Bosa isn't what he used to be, but he is like their 5th defensive line option. They have done a very good job of kind of insulating things after Milano went down with an injury a couple years ago, and it just sewered the whole defense. They have really done a good job of building depth and building veteran but still talented depth around. I like a lot of pieces on this defense. I don't love the coaching, but overall in terms of on-field talent, this is a really good football team, and so Buffalo cracks the list, coming in at number 4. Over in the YouTube chat, hi, Connor D. Hey, thanks for popping by. Sorry I missed a chat of yours a couple of weeks ago. Working with a few different kind of platforms or programs to try to figure out and make sure I can see all the chats and all the channels that we're on, and missed yours. So apologies that I missed that a couple of times ago, but happy to have you here today, and happy to see that the chat came through. Our middle team on the most talented rosters. And this is the one where I was like, well, maybe Bo Nix isn't the worst quarterback on this list. Because we don't know what J.J. McCarthy is, but we know what the rest of the Minnesota Vikings are, and they're very good. I thought going into the offseason, you have a roster that is set. This is a really good football team. Just a phenomenally coached team on the defensive side with a lot of talent. Obviously, you have best wide receiver in the world in Justin Jefferson, really strong running back in Aaron Jones. There's a lot to like about this team. Why not just bring in Sam Darnold? You know it works. You know he's comfortable there, and just roll with it. They went the opposite. They got that giant contract out, or potentially giant contract out. They're going with a rookie on a rookie deal, and because of that, they were able to spend more on what is a fantastic roster already and built a really, really strong program. And so, like, honestly, if we knew what J.J. McCarthy was, and if J.J. McCarthy is any semblance of what the guys who are the most behind him think he could be, this team could have made number 1. That is how deep they are and how talented they are at so many different spots. I really, really, really like this Minnesota Vikings team. At number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, the wide receiver room, not exactly what you want, but this is still a team that has the best quarterback in the National Football League. And according to my list, if you want to go check it out now, the best player in the National Football League. You have a motivated legend as a tight end and a pretty good backup behind him. And I think with Rashee Rice coming back, I'm not going to talk about this all the time, but with Rashee Rice coming back, this knocking stuff over here. This wide receiver room just slots so effectively. I think they improved slightly on the offensive line, and I think defensively, it is just stud after stud at every position on the field, and they are so difficult to score against unless you're the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So I still have to put Kansas City as the number 2 most talented team in the NFL. And at number 1, we talked about how they built a championship team last year. I'm not going to go so far as to say, and they might be better this year. But this is a really damn good football team out in Philadelphia. Incredible talent. Like Jalen Hurts, probably third best quarterback on here, maybe fourth, depending on progression of a couple of guys, but definitely third best quarterback on this list right now. But perfect for this system. Saquon Barkley, second best player in the NFL, according to my list. Maybe the best wide receiver room when you look at A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. They just added Mechie as a really dangerous number 3. All reliable with Ertz at tight end. Offensive line, stupid good. Defensive line, they could rotate, like do a full hockey line change on the defensive line and still scare you. They lost Sweat at linebacker, but it's a really talented linebacking group. And then you have DBs who are picking Patrick Mahomes off for pick sixes in the Super Bowl. Like, it's just everywhere you look on this team, it's scary good. This is, I think, without a doubt, the most talented football team in the National Football League right now. They are the best built team in the National Football League right now. Love everything I am seeing with them. That's where I have them. They are the number 1 team in all the land in the National Football League. So to recap, just a couple quick honorable mentions, I guess. Green Bay was right there for me. I just couldn't get there with the defense. Wasn't quite up to snuff with the rest of these groups, although you could argue their offense has more talent than a couple of teams on here, depending on what you think of Jordan Love. Baltimore, you can obviously get pretty close to that. It's just the defense I have some concerns about. Just at a couple of spots that kind of kept them off of this list. And a couple of teams that you don't love the quarterback for. Like Pittsburgh, I think has a ton of talent everywhere. And I think they are very worthy of making this list. I think Chargers, the quarterback doesn't keep them off, but there's a couple things on defense that I don't love. Some of the losses that they had, but they were really close. Like, there are some really good teams right now. But your top 5, Denver, Buffalo, Minnesota, Kansas City, and the Philadelphia Eagles. We are going to continue with the NFL talk throughout the offseason and then full bore 5 days a week when it comes to the regular season here on Couch Potato Diary. So keep it locked. And if you just want the football talk, playlists are set up now on YouTube. We have 3 playlists going for football. We got the fantasy football preview. We have just your 2025 NFL preview and just the NFL stuff, where all the NFL content is going to live all season long. So 3 playlists for you guys to check out over on the NFL side. If you missed any of this or just want to bring Couch Potato Diary with you wherever you may go, you can check us out in podcast form. We are available on Spotify. We are also available on Apple and so many other platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we're there. So if, love having everyone live in the chats. Maybe not good luck Ty, sorry, for sending in all the hey, why don't you come join this thing? But you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. But really appreciate everyone hanging out today. But podcasting, if, a little bit easier if you can take it with you sometimes. So would greatly appreciate it if that is your preferred method. Definitely check us out.